All right, folks, it's day 87. I'm actually traveling today, so decided to record this the day before just so that we can continue the 100 days of the Forge. Edward will be joining us shortly. Yes, I am that guy today. I told myself I'll never go live without a shirt, but I am out and about. It is super duper hot. So I'm going to go ahead and just make calls right by the pool because the clubhouse is closed for lunch. So let's hop on calls and let's just see what we can do. And Edward will be on here as soon as he can. Let's see what we got here. There's one guy I was supposed to call earlier. What was his name? His name was Chris. Let's call this guy and see. Hopefully the Wi-Fi works well out here as well.
Automated voice messaging system. 276.
Hopefully you guys heard that. Hopefully, obviously not the number, but there we go. All right, let me call this guy from my cell and see.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice message.
Went to voicemail. One sec. Sweet. All right, let's see if it works.
Hello.
Hey, Chris, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Chris. How are you, man? It's Caesar.
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, sir. Doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm actually out here at my brother's complex, and so if my Wi-Fi is a little spotty, please let me know, and I can always call you back from my cell. Okay?
Okay, that'll be fine.
Wonderful. So, yeah, it looks like you filled out a form on my site maybe a couple of days ago about your property on Back Valley Road out,
Yes.
out in Cleveland. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're still looking to sell that property?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. How much are you looking to get for it?
I need $115,000 to clear it.
115 to clear. What do you mean by that?
Well, there's a mortgage owed against it.
Okay. How much is the mortgage?
$115,000.
Oh, okay. So you're just trying to get under from it, right?
Yeah, because it was a USDA loan, and the house has been through 2 divorces, and they're trying to foreclose on it. I don't have but about 10 days left because I signed a contract with another home buying company, and they drove their feet, kept telling me they were taking it, kept telling me they were taking it right up to the closing date, and they didn't close, and they didn't take it, and they left me vulnerable to this. And,
oh, no way.
Yeah, so I mean, it's something that they can't really find. I've got 2 people looking at the house right now, and one of them I know is a cash buyer. I've known him for years. He is actually going to look at it tomorrow. It's priced to him for $130. I know he won't give $130. He'll make an offer. If he makes an offer and it's the one, if he offers $115, I'll take it.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Because it has to be a very quick closing, and it wouldn't have been this way if those people hadn't lied to me for almost 5 months.
For 5 months?
Yeah.
Holy
well, since March.
Oh,
since
man.
March, so.
Geez, well, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. I mean, I know exactly what they were doing. They were
trying to sell it.
Yeah, they were wholesaling your product, which there's nothing wrong with it, by the way, as long as they're honest about it, so that you understand.
Yep, I would have had no issue with that if they'd have been up front.
Yep, and also not to tie you up for that long. I mean, 5 months. Usually, if I do that, I usually do it like within 14 days. That's how I move like quick. I mean, that's how quick I move.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'll go ahead and shoot you straight if you think you're interested in it. There's a co-owner on this property, and they are going to file bankruptcy to stop the sale. And that will buy me an extra 14 days.
Okay, and when is the foreclosure sale?
The 28th day of July.
28th of July. Okay.
Yeah, I got about 13 days left.
Got it. Okay, and so this is I'm assuming it's you and your former partner?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So talk to me as far as the property goes. Like, what's the condition like? What's the situation?
It could use updating a little bit. The house was built in 1992. I built it myself. My dad was a building contractor. We built the house. I moved in it in January of 92. It has hardwood floors and tile, but it's had nothing else updated. The kitchen's in good shape, but it is a 1992 kitchen. It's not a 2026 kitchen. It has central air, heat. It has the HVAC. The house can use a few repairs. It needs some roof, so a little bit of roof work. I would call it in fair shape, not great shape, but not bad shape. It actually would be an easy flip. Had this not blindsided me, I wouldn't sell the house right now. I would do a little bit of work on it and just put it on the market.
Okay.
Zillow has the house listed at $147,000. Would be the asking price. But now, to be honest with you, the reason they came up with that, I think, is because the county tax ticket on it is $147,000.
Yeah. Well, you know what I always say. You know what the A stands for in Zillow, right? It's accuracy. They're never accurate. But so let me ask you, since you said you built this yourself and your daddy was a contractor, so
yeah.
you know the numbers better than most people. So let me ask you this. Let's say I do buy this off of you and I fix it. How much can I resell it for?
There's no comparable sales because it's in a rural area and it's hard to go by comparable sales.
Mm-hmm.
But at the market right now, the way the contractors are building right now and the price per square foot, that house could be around 170, to be honest. Between 170 and 190. I'm a little bit out of touch with it, and I wouldn't want to nail it down to a particular number. But to build this house from the ground up, it would cost $200,000.
Okay.
That would be the building cost. Would be $200,000.
Okay. Well, how much would it cost me to dollars and cents? How much would I need to sink into this to sell it for $190?
I think you're looking at when I had the roof. Boy priced me the roof about a month and a half ago, and it was going to be 50. I don't know if I still have that estimate. I don't want to tell you something wrong, so I just shoot you a round number. I'd say you will spend around $12,000 on it. That's material and labor to fix anything that needs fixed. I mean, the house is not an abandoned home. I still live in it. I live in it every day. I'm on my way there now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fully functioning home. It just needs yes, it does need a few repairs. And the cost of it, I would say around the $12,000 would be needed to be able to put it on the market, let a realtor hang a key on the door and say, hey, look, let's go look at this house. Yes. Now, you know, some people sell homes around here with work contingencies on it. You know, hey, we want $150 for the house, but we'll take $15,000 off for the work that needs done.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot of people around here who do that. I don't think there was a fan of that. Just go ahead and do the work. But I don't have the time right now to sink anything into it. This blindsided me. And when I started trying to negotiate with them and stuff, I got stonewalled. And I said, well, you know, you just have to do what you have to do. But then I signed with this other company, and I went into it fully trusting their contract and their word. And they were just trying to wholesale the house and get out of it and make a few dollars. There's nothing wrong with that. I absolutely have nothing against that. Wouldn't mind to do stuff like that myself. But they should have told me where the word go.
Yep.
But like I said, I have it priced to a gentleman right now, and I've got it priced to him for $130. He's not a home buyer per se like you are. He buys properties and holds them for rental. And I even offered to, I told him when we were making a deal, I said, I've known him. I told him, I said, if you buy the property, I said, I'll rent it for 6 months, and then I'll move out and you can do whatever work you want to do. Yeah. And,
well, let me ask you this. How much can I rent that out for? Let's say I do buy it.
About $1,000 a month. $1,000 to $1,200 is what a house that size is renting for here now. But I'll tell you what I'll do, and I'll sign a contract with you if you want to. You buy the house, and I tell you exactly what I'll do. I'll give you $5,000 in cash, and I will rent the house off of you for 6 months. And I'll give you $5,000 the minute we close the house.
And how much would you rent it for? How much will you rent it per month? $1,200.
I'll pay you $1,000 a month, and I'll rent it for a minimum of 6 months, and I'll give you $5,000 cash money.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, I'll give you the $5,000 cash.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will pay you $1,000 a month for a minimum of 6 months.
Okay. Now let me ask you this: you said you have a USDA loan on this, right?
The sale will have to be the way this will have to work now because of the timing of it. If we can close before the 28th day of July, the bankruptcy court will not be affected, and my co-owner will not file bankruptcy.
Yeah.
But if it holds until the day of the sale, they're going to file bankruptcy that morning.
Yeah, I understand. So then now my question for you is your loan. What are the numbers on that one? Like, what's the interest rate? How much you paying per month, and so forth? And what's the how much are you behind?
The interest rate is 8.75%. That was a loan that was signed in 1992, and they are saying right now that it takes $114,700 and some dollars to clear the note.
Was this a hard money loan or?
I really, to be honest with you, I don't know. I was 18 years old when I borrowed that money.
Okay.
And I've had no communication with USDA. They have stonewalled. They quit talking to me in 2016.
Oh, it was USDA. Okay. What?
Yeah, I tried to pay the house off in 2016, and they would not accept it.
Wow. How many months? How many months are you behind on this one?
Well, it'd be almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years.
Yes.
Jeez. You're still on title, right?
Yes. Yes. And the co-owner of the property, she's still on it, but she's ready to sign it right now. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, that's the best deal I can make you. I mean, you can recoup $11,000 of your money right away with no issues. Like I said, you give me a 6 month rental, I'll give you $1,000 a month for 6 months. And the minute that we sign off, I'll give you $5,000 in cash.
Yeah, I think here's what we can do. You said you have one guy that's going there tomorrow, right? Or this weekend?
Yes. You know, he'll be there tomorrow.
Okay. So first and foremost, that guy's local. If he's gonna pay cash for it, if I were you, I would take that one, right? Just yeah,
right.
It's from a human being to a human being. I mean, as much as I love deals, if it solves your problem, you go with it.
If he's not interested in the house, will that change? Do you have any interest in it?
So a couple of things. One, can you send over some pictures just so that I can get a general idea of its condition? And then
I can.
And then two, if I were to do this just because of how rural it is, and this is just me being very transparent with you, because of how rural it is, the only exit strategy I see here would be to wholesale it as well.
Okay.
That being said, I am different from the others because one, I'm telling you now, and two, two, if I were to do this, I would do this like quick. So in other words, let's say you get back to me tomorrow and they're like, hey, that guy's not gonna do it. I will probably just give it a shot between now and like the 27th. Pretty much, I just need this weekend and next weekend for people to walk it. I mean, by next Friday, if I'm not getting any interest, I'm just gonna say forget it. You know, at least you guys know to go ahead and file for bankruptcy. I mean, even now, to be honest with you, even now, let's say I do buy it, you would still have to file for bankruptcy because it still has to go through a title company, and that's going to take a while.
That is correct. Yes.
Yeah. So if I were you guys, I would just file it just to give you time, no matter what.
Yeah, she's going to file. I'm trying to avoid it because it will destroy my business. I'm in the logging business, and I run on about $50,000 worth of credit a month.
Mm-hmm.
And when I file, that's going to shut that off.
Yeah, I was even thinking of maybe doing like a subject to the existing loan, but it doesn't make sense with those numbers.
Right. See, I'm still trying to push them to work out something with me to keep the house. Then I can sell it, and I don't have to be as pressed for time, and it doesn't ruin my credit.
Yes.
And saying that your first thought is, my God, they're 10 years behind. How's his credit not destroyed anyway? But my credit score is about 720. So that's that's one thing that it has not affected my credit. It did for a little while, but it hasn't affected it right now.
Yeah.
But like I said, my first wife is the co-owner of the house, and she's willing to do this to try to so it won't eliminate me. It will destroy my business. There's no question about, and that's why I'm trying to get rid of it. But if you want to work on wholesaling it, please just go ahead. I mean, that's fine. I'm going to meet with this guy tomorrow, and I'll entertain his offer, whatever it is.
Yeah, meet
And,
with him tomorrow, and then give me a call if you need help. If you do, then I might go ahead and take a shot at it. I'll reach out to a couple of realtors just to get a feeling. Because at the end of the day, it's got to make sense, and I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid that it won't, because if put it this way, if a realtor says that we can sell it for 210 to 230, if the resale value has a 2 in front of it, then it might work. If it doesn't have a 2 in front of it, it's going to be a very, very tight margins.
I'm going to be honest with you up front. There's not going to be a 2 in front of the resale value.
There isn't, huh?
There is not. No.
Okay.
No, you're not going to hit the 200 mark in where it's at. If it was sitting inland, if it was sitting in town, yes, but you're not going to hit the 200 mark where it's at
because it's outside of town.
Yes.
I gotcha. Okay, well that makes sense. Well, give me a call anyway. Text me the pictures, because I do have one realtor out in all over Virginia that just has buyers in little pockets here and there. Send over those pictures. I'll send it over to her just to see, maybe she might have a buyer that buys in that neighborhood, and then you never know. We might get lucky.
Do I just text them to this number?
You can text them to this number. Yes, sir.
Okay. I will do that, and I'll be in touch with you tomorrow.
All right, let's touch base tomorrow, Chris.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Well, that was a rough one, guys. There's just not enough equity on there. I'm thinking of this realtor, Suki. Where is Suki from? Let's see. Suki. Let me text her. Oh no, she doesn't have any buyers in Virginia. Darn it. She's in North Carolina. Well, that blows. Just shy of 115. Foreclosure. Sale on 7/28. The ex-wife will file for bankruptcy. To slow to postpone the date. 8.75% loan interest. No deal here. If we buy, he's willing to give us $5,000 down plus $1,000 per month for the next 6 months. Let me call this guy. Oh, let's see, guys. Who else can I call today? Oh, let's call Dan. Carl, if you're watching, calling your lead, baby. Calling your lead.
Hello?
Hey, is this Dan?
This is.
Hey, Dan, good afternoon. My name is Caesar, just calling by your property on Clover Creek Road.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think you might have filled out a form or maybe spoke with one of my guys maybe about a while ago, maybe about a month or two ago. Just want to see if you're still looking to sell this property.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, man. I'm glad I called. I was like, you know what? Let me give Dan a call. How much are you looking to get for this?
Well, okay. I've got the racket kind of down. So basically, I've heard that the low is like 179, and then the high is like 235 or something. And I want to move from here. I own the house and I live in it. I occupy it and everything else like that. And I'm just ready to move and just relocate somewhere else. So now we can haggle.
Nice. All right. So I don't know if you answered my question. How much were you looking to get for it?
Well, I'll haggle with you guys a little. You guys do your thing? Are you guys a real estate agent? Or you guys come in and just buy homes and everything else like that? Or how do you
guys operate?
Yeah, great
Do I
question.
have to pay fees and fines and everything and all the closing and stuff, or are you one of the ones that doesn't do that?
Great question. So no agents here. I'm a private investor. If we do something here, I'll pay for all the closing costs, no realtor fees. I'll buy it as is. It's just, I know, it's got to make sense for me as much as it has to make sense for you. You know what I mean? And I'm a bit different from the others. What I mean by that is I do want to give as much as I can. That being said, I also just need to be fair to my business. You know what I mean?
Sure. No kidding. No kidding. I hear you.
Yeah. So as long as we can, as long as those two numbers meet, then awesome. If not, no problem, no harm, no foul,
Yep, I do.
Yep.
Exactly. Well, I wouldn't want to go anything under really $125.
All right. So nothing lower than 125, you're saying. It has to be greater than that. Okay. I got you.
Well, it can be that, or and that give you guys room to make money and everything else like that on the property. It's an acre worth of land. It's got 2 bedroom, 2 bath. I've got a 24 by 36. It's a detached garage, a metal one. And then there's just junk in the yard.
So
but other than that,
I got okay. So it's a detached garage. Did I hear you correctly?
Correct.
Okay.
It's a nice building. It's one of those ones you could call up the place and you got the garage door, roll up, and everything else like that and stuff. It's made out of the 12 gauge steel, so it's a thicker gauge steel and things. It's in great shape.
Okay. All right. I am pulling this up right now, and I'm actually at my brother's place, so my Wi-Fi is a little bit slow. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. And since I have you on here, if you don't mind, just for for the sake of conversation, I mean, you said you live there. How long have you lived there, and what got you looking to sell now?
Well, my son was shot and killed here about 20 years ago.
Oh, shoot, man. I'm sorry. Oh.
Yeah, so I've just been staying around just because I've been staying around, just because I'm kind of in that depressed mode and everything else like that. But anyways, it's about time to move on and move. And the area is great. I live in a place called Keno. I don't know if you're familiar with it out here or anything. I'm right by the river.
Yep,
so
I do see
when
that.
I say right, okay, it's right by the river. We got hunting like right up the road. We got hunting right here where I live, but I mean right up the road from me. We've got the woods and everything else like that. So it's a nice area. We got in our town, we got a gas station. We got a general store, and then we have a public school, and then a bar, of course. But other than that, that's what it has like recreational wise here. We got boat launches at different spots all along this river, and then right here I can get to the water and be in the water playing on my boat or whatever like that in like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh man. And by the way, I'm so sorry to hear that, brother. I actually lost my brother 3 years ago. 4 months after I lost my dad. So I can actually say I know how you feel, because I lost 2 of my best friends in the same year. And I got to see my mom kind of just get into that state of mind, But fortunately, she listens, and so anything and everything I told her to do, man, she was on 10 medications. Now she's only on 3, actually 2.
Yeah.
So turn her health around. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, man, hopefully I can help you out here. And if not, I'll be the first one to let you know. I won't be the solution. I'm a pretty straightforward guy. I always tell folks I'm no baker. I don't like to sugarcoat things. If I can help, I can help. If I can't, I can't. There's no point of you wasting people's time.
Exactly. 100%. I agree with that.
All right. So let's talk about this for a second. So you said you've been trying to move for quite a bit now. I mean, if you don't mind me asking, what's the difference now versus all the other times?
I just didn't answer the phone or didn't whatever. Nothing's too different now. Really.
Oh no, I mean what I meant is what's are you actually looking to move now, or is this just one of those I get the price, I'll move, if not I'll stay here forever kind of deal?
Well, if I stayed here forever, or if I was trying to get the price or whatever, then I would be asking, more. I'd be asking up in the dollar figure because, like I was saying, I know kind of how it is. It's an investment thing. You guys are making money. Everybody's making money and trying to do whatever. And so I'm a carpenter by trade, so I'm way on the racket, the game and everything else like that. So that's why I asked what I asked. When you said, okay, well, what would I go down, or what would I go to, or something? Of course, I want 178, or I want 200,000, of course. But if I'm being logical and realistic about everything and stuff like that, I could hold out for it, get a realtor and shit, pay those costs, and you're still going to come up with, anywhere, depending on what's going on. I know it's a high market right now, but if I do want out, and so it's like I'd be willing to go at this kind of a price because I do want out. The house next door to me just got all redone and everything, so it's a nice neighborhood. The people around here are great, both neighbors on both sides. The neighbor on my one side just put up a brand new fence, so it's all got a fence on one side,
Okay. Right. So let me ask you something real quick, since you said you're a carpenter, and usually I don't ask folks this unless I'm talking to a carpenter or a contractor. So let me ask you this. Let's say I do buy this off you for $125. After I fix it, when I say fix it, meaning, I don't need it to be HGTV, right? Not in that neighborhood, but I need it to look 2026. How much can I resell it for after I fix it?
Shoot, out here in Keno's kind of like sought after because we're out of the big town, and a lot of there'll be like some law enforcement that live out here, and other people, it's just it's an offshoot of the town, and we're 12 miles away from Klamath Falls. I know my address says Klamath Falls, but I'm really in Keno because you look at it, one side of the river is an address, so that's Klamath, and the other side is a P.O. box, and so that's Keno.
Yep.
But it's 12 miles away to the big town and everything else like that. I would realistically be saying that you're looking anywhere from that high figure. And that's from a Zelly, because when I've asked a person before, I said, well, where do you get your information? Because somebody had told me it was worth this, and then somebody else had called, and I turned around and I said, well, what I heard was the low was this and the high was this. And so the gentleman goes, yeah, you're correct. That's what it is. And so I would figure that you're in that ballpark right there.
So how much can I resell it for? Around how much?
I would say a 200,000 plus.
200,000, just like a conservative way to look at it, just low 200. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
And then being a carpenter, I got to hire crews. So how much in dollars and cents? How much do you think I need to sink in here so I can sell it for 200?
Is it your own crew, or are you hiring
I'm hiring a crew. I always hire a crew, yeah.
And just a crew, where do you get them? How do they work with you? Are they people that kind of like when you're getting deals and stuff?
Yeah, great question, man. So whenever I buy properties outside of my market, I always partner with local investors. The reason why I do it for two things. One, they hire the crew for me, and then also two, I always have a set of eyes on my projects at all times.
Well, sure.
Yeah, so we will hire a crew. So it will cost us pretty penny to get it up to date.
The outside of it looks pretty good. The inside is cosmetic. It might need it'll need some new flooring and nothing. It's not totally bad. Like I said, I live in it. And I've done some painting on the inside and everything. A back porch is going to need to be put on, and then it doesn't have a foundation. It doesn't sit on a foundation. It's just with the modular homes and everything else like that. But my porch is attached to it, even though they're supposed to be detached. When I got the permit and everything, the inspector didn't turn around and make me detach it back from the house. But I attached it to the house, because I put it up real fast. And then somebody had red tagged me, or they called, and so then they came and red tagged me. And the guy came out and asked me what I'm going to do, and I said I'm going to take it. I'm going to detach it from the house. I'm going to put posts right here across from the other ones. So that was all that needed to be done. But other than that, everything's in pretty good standing. There's some junk in the yard that'd have to be cleaned up. Or I'd like it to be.
Yeah. So, and I just want to make sure I got this correct because I'm looking online. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, manufactured home, 924 square feet, right?
Correct.
Okay. So
It's perfect for a couple with a kid, something like that. And great for, like a new person to come into getting a house or getting something that's in with whatever financing. It's nice, it's quaint, it's good on heat and everything else like that. Well done, I guess.
yeah. So let me ask you. So rough estimate. Obviously, I'm not going to quote you on it, and I'm going to get my guys out there anyway at some point if we do decide to do something. But if you were to take a wild guess, how much do you think I'm going to need to sink into this?
To make curb appeal and everything else like that. I don't know what
Absolutely. I got to sell it for 200. So someone's got to buy it for 200.
I would say, I don't know. You might sink 15 into it.
It's 15. Okay.
Yeah. If I'm being all logical and everything else like that, new flooring, you've got a crew that's coming in and doing it. So, if you got people that that you work with and everything, of course, they're going to be working with you on deals because you're flipping houses with them to begin with. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Okay. So, all right. So I can tell that you're a very reasonable person. So 15 for 924, I can definitely see where you're coming from on that end. And you might be right, depending on the condition of it, right? Obviously, I haven't seen it yet, but let's assume for a second you're correct about that. It's about 15. If you don't mind, just because I do this quite a bit, and then $10,000-$15,000 easily evaporates when you're remodeling homes. Like things always come up.
See, exactly.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be anything that really comes up wise. Basically, but yeah, of course, whenever you open up something, you've got to always deal with something else, of course.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, since you say 15, I'm just on my calculator, I'm just gonna put 20 to 25, just to give me that extra cushion, just in case. Because if I don't,
then I'll drop to 115.
To 150. All right. So
if you could get me more, that would be great. Because you hear what I'm doing and saying.
Yeah.
But I would lower it to that, but that's the lowest I'd go.
Yeah, which I completely understand if that's the case. So if you don't mind, since you've been pretty straightforward with me, I always like to just explain how my numbers are looking. And like I said, man, if we don't agree on it, no harm, no foul. We'll part ways as friends. Cool?
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
All right, cool. So let's assume for a second I buy it off you at 115, okay? I always like to just work with your numbers because like I said earlier, I want to give as much as I can. So 115.
Sure, exactly.
Now I'm gonna put in anywhere between $20,000 to $25,000 of repairs on there, right? That's gonna give myself a little bit of cushion, and I can resell it for about. I was actually looking around town. It's probably gonna be like 190, but let's just say 200. I'm gonna put 200 on.
Okay.
All right. So here's the thing, man. If I buy it at 115 plus the $25,000 of repairs, now here's one thing that a lot of homeowners don't think of, which is rightfully so, is that I've got business expenses. Right, I got closing costs times 2, realtor fees when I sell it, holding costs. These are taxes, insurance, utilities, cost of capital, keeping the lights on. I don't want to bore you with it. At the end of the day, they're just business expenses. So
there's nothing that holds the house down.
That's right. So here's the thing: if I buy it at 115, my all-in number after the repairs and my business expenses actually jumps up to 194. So my only concern is 200,000 is like the top end that I can resell it for, just based on what I'm seeing. And so $194,000 is just quite a bit of money just to earn $6,000, right?
Sure.
194, then I'd get it for 200. And so if you don't mind, like I mentioned earlier, I am a bit different because I generally want to help people as much as I can. I just got to be fair to my business, like I mentioned earlier. If you don't mind me asking, man, just like level me for a second. Like, what is it that you're absolutely trying to accomplish by selling this? Just so that way, if I can make something happen for you and put you in a better position, I'd be more than happy to.
I just want to change and get out of this area. Just to change. Not sure, but don't have any particular area where I want to go or something. I want it kind of maybe wooded, got a little bit of property, but I mean, because there's places out here that you can buy, you know, at $7,000, but they don't have water and septic on them, you know, I mean, and you're electric to it and stuff like that. So you're going to have to invest that money. So there's the same thing with you. You know, I know the investment purposes. You can get property anywhere from, I don't know. I just want to change a new life. And so whatever comes up in that, you know, I mean, I could advertise and see if there's somebody that wants to swap where they're living to where they can come out here because they're in the same predicament or in the same whatever in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. When you're asking that, I'm open to all sorts of things. I'm not. There's nothing in particular. It'd be nice just to get out of here and just have a change.
Just to get out of there, especially with everything that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. I mean, I could move as far as fucking Indiana if I want. I mean, you know, I don't have anything holding me anywhere. I don't have family or anything else like that. You know, I've got a girl that I go out with. So with all that, I mean, I just want to change. It'd be nice to have a place with a piece of water there, you know, and I don't care if there's a structure on it, as long as I can put my, you know, camp trailer on it, you know, a big one. Because, you know, everybody has rules and regulations, but some people or some of the places that you buy, you can do whatever you want. You can camp there and stay in a camper forever, or you got another situation where you got to build within the year or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly. So basically, I'm looking a little piece of property, and I can build on it myself. But I'd like electric to it, you know, septic, water, you know, and everything like that. That way, I don't have that expense. If it had an outbuilding on it, that would be great. But because I've got a big camper, 35-footer, that I'd be more than happy to live in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically where I'm at. And then anything that works in with that. You know, of course, I've got no money in the bank, so to have a little money in the bank would be nice, of course, always. But other than that, that's basically exactly where I'm at.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. I mean, let's say you do buy that property wherever that may be. I mean, how much money would you like to have in the bank where you feel a bit comfortable? Maybe not super comfortable, but confident. You know what I mean?
Sure. It'd be nice to have I don't know. Logically, of course, the most I could get, $50,000 would be good. Anywhere, you know, I could go a little lower than that, 25,000, you know, but not really much lower than that. I'd like to be able to know that I'm okay for a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
I got to look for work wherever I'm at and everything. But I also then at that point I'd probably take off a little bit so I didn't have to look for work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well,
just figure out the neighborhood.
Well, what if you got like 30 grand in your bank saved up, and then you think maybe $50,000 worth of land would be good?
Yeah, the right land, sure. But it's got to accommodate where it can have a camp trailer that's on there, and that's fine. Nobody's going to hassle you or anything. It doesn't come in with any of their rules and their county bullshit and everything else like that.
Okay. So if I'm hearing,
you know what I mean?
If I'm hearing you correctly, if you don't mind, I just want to make sure that I'm hearing you correctly, okay? Because like I said before, not only
I hear your wheels working. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just, I want to make sure that you're okay. So what I'm hearing is, with everything that's happening to you, you simply just want to get the heck out of Dodge. And if you can find a place, wherever that may be, where you have land, a place to live, hopefully by the water, and whatever you get out of this pays off for that. Plus you have a few, $30,000 in your pocket, in your bank account, you're good to go. So it doesn't matter how much you sell this for. What matters the most is that you get to a place.
I get another place.
You get another place and you have some change in your pocket. Am I right?
You're 100% correct.
Okay. All right. Now, do you want to stay in Oregon? Do you want to go other places, or what's this? And the reason why I'm asking you, brother, is because not only
property.
Well, that's absolutely right. Because I'm actually part of a huge community, and I've got partners all across the nation who's always flipping, fixing, and they'll sell one of their properties to you instead of having to hire a realtor. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I sure do. 100% I do.
Yeah. So
If
like,
if it's all wooded and all nice, and I mean, whatever, yeah, I'm game for looking at something like that with no problem. Because that's exactly what I want to do. I just want the hell out of here. If it's on it, it would be nice, you know. But if it didn't, and I use the trailer, that's completely all right with me too.
okay, but you do want to stay in Oregon.
No, not necessarily.
Any places? Is it anywhere in the country you'll go to, or?
But yeah, if it's nice, if it meets those criteria right there, and it looks good. I mean, I don't want to be in the way in the middle of nowhere. I want to take you gas every single day so I can get to work. You know, you could have a piece of property that's way in the middle of somewhere, and it's like, hey, good luck, you know, love you too, good deal.
Well, hey man, my buddy Edward is listening to me right now. He's right next to me. We have this wonderful place in a place called Heavenly Hillbilly. Out in Texas. You can have it for good old $30,000.
Out in Texas, huh?
Out in Texas. Somewhere called Heavenly Hillbilly. Edward's just laughing right now. No, the reason is I have a family that's moving to St. Louis, and so they need to sell their property out there. It does need a lot of work, but brother, it's got close. Edward, is it close to an acre or close to 4 acres? I forgot what it was. I need to pull it up. But it's got a good chunk of land because it comes with 4 different lots. And so they have a
divides.
Yeah, and so you can actually make some money on that because you go to the county, you get approved, you subdivide it, you can sell those lots to other people. You know what I mean? Or if you want, you can get trailers on there and then just rent them out.
What's the population there?
Glad you asked. Let me look this up. I laughed because when I called the seller and I was like, "Hey, you're still looking to sell that property on?" And then I literally had to do a double take on the name. I was like, Heavenly Hillbilly. It's like,
I know, huh?
It's the craziest name. Just bear with me for a second.
Or are you in kind of like a little town, or do you?
I'm gonna look this up. It might be in the. Oh gosh, I just can't think of it right now. Sorry, man. I just have Luckily, I have quite a bit of deals in the pipeline, so it's a little bit older. It's in Livingston, Texas.
Livingston, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll have to look into that too. I mean, why are they moving?
What was that?
Why?
Because the husband got a job out in St. Louis, so I actually already have a place for them in St. Louis. I'm just looking for someone to buy the property in Livingston.
Is there work around there? Is it like a booming town, or is it just something that's in a desolate area?
No, it's pretty. I mean, it's got a town, but I wouldn't say it's booming.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me. You know, like I just want to be transparent with you. Why don't I do this? Why don't I send you the? I'll text you when we get off the phone. I'll text you the. Actually, I can text to you right now. I'll text you the address, and then if it's something that you like, let me know. Then maybe we can make something happen here. Now, also,
and I'm open for anything, you know. I mean,
yeah, and I'll send you the pictures. Now the pictures, I'm just gonna tell you, it is a ship box, so you are gonna fix it.
Yeah, got that.
But like you said earlier, you don't care about it because you're confident yourself. Yeah. So here, why don't I send this to you right now? I sent you the address. Let me send you the. I'm gonna send you a Google Drive link, which has all the pictures.
Okay.
Which has all the pictures of the property.
Okay. Does it have trees on it and shit?
Does it have trees? Yeah. And it's got septic. It's got everything.
Okay. Is it by any water?
That I do not think so. It is Texas, and it's not by the water.
Is the wooded area kind of thick, or is it kind of just a sparse, just a few trees here and there?
Oh no, it's got trees.
Okay, right on.
Yeah. I just sent you the address. Can you take a look? And then I also sent you the Google Drive link. I just want to make sure you received it.
I don't know how to do that. I have to wait till I got off the phone.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Yep.
But you should have it. So let me ask you this, man. At the end of the day, if I make this work for you, do you care where the money comes from as long as it gets to you and you get to that new place, no matter what?
Watch this. Doesn't matter to me.
All right. The reason why I'm saying, man, because you're in Oregon, and I love helping people out. And the way that I'm seeing this is kind of like the same situation as Misty and her husband out in Heavenly Hillbilly, where it just wasn't my buy box. It wasn't really like a deal that I'm interested in. However, I like helping people out, and because I'm part of a huge community, what I can do is I can
keep you flowing good.
Yeah, and then the way I get paid, brothers, I don't get paid by you. I get paid by the end buyer.
Exactly. You're an investor.
Yeah, the end buyer will either make me as a partner, and I get an equity share in the deal, meaning when they refinance it or sell it in the future, I get paid, or they'll just simply pay me like a referral fee, which in our industry we call it an assignment fee.
Sure, yeah.
So if you're okay with that, as long as it makes sense and it helps you out, puts you in a better position, I feel like you'd be totally cool with that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Can you give me 1 quick second, man? I'm just gonna move inside in 1 second. All right. Don't hang up. I'll put you on brief hold. All right. So Dan, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So just looking at this property here and how the market is looking, I'm going to be, if you don't know, I mean, I've been transparent with you the whole time. So here's the situation, man. Just looking at the way things are, I believe can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, give me 1 second. Hold on for 1 second. Can you hear me now, Edward?
Now, if you guys do all the work kind of in itself, I mean, for yourselves and everything, why would you guys have a closing cost?
Say that again.
Why would you guys have a closing cost? You could make a deal with somebody and just have it not any closing costs or anything except for maybe whatever the paperwork costs you, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, so how that works, Dan, is at the end of the day, the end buyer, whether it's me or someone else, right? We're gonna pay the closing costs. Whether it's me or the end buyer, we're gonna pay the closing costs, not you. Now, if they decided to sell it, then obviously they're gonna pay the closing costs again when they put it up on the market. Does that make sense?
Well, except for if we're not dealing with any realtors or anything, why would you have any cost on that?
No, they would have costs on it when they resell it. When they resell it, they'll deal with a realtor.
Oh, okay, because they're going to be up.
Yeah, because they're going to put it on the market, because at that point it's rehab, right? It's going to be market ready.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's why. So those are the costs. So here's what I'm willing to do. So let me explain to you how this works. Let me explain to you how I have it set up with Missy and her husband, the one in Heavenly Hillbilly, just so that you understand. And then if that makes sense for you, then we'll do something. Okay. So with Missy and them, like I did my underwriting. I'm like, okay, like this is how much it's gonna be worth, like as far as like what the current market value based on the market, right? And so Missy and I, we have an agreement at a certain price point, right? And then on that agreement, I have it contingent on them finding a suitable place for them to reside in. Right. So in other words, we cannot close on their house until they have another house that they've already secured. Not only they can move into that they've secured. Right. So in that way that they're not out on the street. Okay.
So they're on an earnest money thing right now, and then they want it secured.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Right now, what I'm doing for Misty is not only am I looking for an end buyer for her, but I'm also looking for places for her to move into, right? Which I've already found a few. So her and her husband are actually driving down there I think this weekend or next weekend to see some of those places. Okay. And so
What a place.
I know. And so, but in order for me to do all of that, I have to have an agreement between them and I about their property. Because the only way that I can go to my community and say, hey, I've got this deal in Clover Creek, for example, they're going to ask me, do you have an agreement with the seller? Right. And so I need to have something like that in order for me to move forward and really just invest the time, energy. And I'm going to have my team going to be making phone calls, emails, talking to everyone that we know of in those areas, and really just try to solve this problem so that in that way you have a place to move at. Now here's the thing, just seeing the market from an investor's point of view, the reason why I was asking you earlier is because really the sweet spot here, the way you describe the property and just looking at what the market is doing, the sweet spot from an investor's point of view is like in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to be able to make some money.
Yeah, so in the 80s, an end buyer would make just a small amount. Actually, it would only make like about $30,000, which if they're going to put in $25,000, it's almost just like dollar in, dollar out. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so on something like this, if you're okay with me doing all of this work, I would love to get an agreement with you for 80, and then we can put some like contingent on us finding you a place to move to. So in that way, it gives me time to find you a new place, and then also find you an end buyer for it.
Yeah. Someone can step in from the car, so.
What was that?
Okay. Someone can step in from the car, so I can come here.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
Someone can step in from the car.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Did you hear what I said, or do I need to repeat it myself, or?
Go ahead with that last part. Just that last part.
Yeah. So in order for me to make this all work, I would say I can send you a 2.5 page agreement saying, hey, we're agreeing on this price point. We'll just say 60 days close or sooner, right? So it just gives me enough runway. But I want to move on this as quickly as possible. And then I can put a contingency on it saying, hey, this is only contingent on you finding a suitable place, right? Everything has to make sense. And if everything's got to flow, right? So if we can find you a place for $50K or less, and then you have some change in your pocket, you know what I mean? And then you're like, perfect, that place is great. It's got trees, it's by the water, whatever it is. If you're okay with it, we can secure that. And then we've got an end buyer on the other side going, hey, I'm willing to buy Dan's house for $80,000 cash. Everything, you know what I mean? Then we close on it, gets wired to the title company. We turn around and then you buy the other one, and then you're good to go.
Exactly. Are you there?
Yeah. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
Do you have other ones in the same, not in the same area or something, but do you also have other ones to look at? You got a similar thing going on?
Yeah, so that's what I was asking you. Where do you want? Because if you can pinpoint either cities or counties or states, I can just literally post something within my community and have it within days, probably a week, of like, hey, here's what we have. Take a look at it. See if it's something that you want. I mean,
in Montana, Colorado. You can just kind of look through. I mean, maybe you guys' stuff. I don't know how you guys got listed type thing for you guys, but I don't know. But a couple different options.
Okay. Yeah.
And in different areas, because I'm not opposed to the area per se. Texas all of a sudden gets hot and cold. I have to run it by the old lady because I just came home right now, so I'm just coming home and like that. So And then usually I don't answer the phones because I'm at work at these hours, so that's the reason why I miss a lot of the calls, or I don't get back in touch after I turn around and say, oh, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just a plate thing, not a big thing, but I mean, and you can get in touch with me easy with text message because I'll read the text message and go, oh, okay, I got to call them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just a phone call all the time or something, but do both.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Dan, and I'm sorry to cut you off there, Dan. What I was going to say is I don't mind doing all of this work, but I just want to be clear. I cannot do any of this work unless we have an agreement set in place. Because the last thing I want to do is make phone calls, do all these things, and then I call you one day and you go, sorry, dude, I already sold my house to someone else. I don't want to be doing any type of work for free. So if we do something like this, I'd like to get on an agreement saying, hey, this is what we're going to do. You're going to give me X amount of days to make it happen. I either make it happen or I don't. But I need to have an agreement because otherwise there's a chance that I'd be working for free. And I don't want to do that.
Sure, understandable. I'm definitely planning on moving. I don't see any reason why not to turn around and do something. I mean, the way you're talking, the way I'm talking, that's straight up, And so we just find the piece of property and everything else like that. Then sure, I'm all game. I mean, there's no problem there. And you making money. I have nobody working on this, and I haven't talked to anybody in any links that I have you, or anything like that. I've not got any realtor. I don't have anything like that. We've just been throwing it around in my head for the last 20 years. No, but, for a while. And then it's just all, of course you're always afraid to move and everything just because you've got an established place and you've got people that you know and everything else like that. But the time is the time. And so, yeah, if all those things work out fine, I have no problem in making a deal.
All right, so let me explain to you how the process works so that you're fully aware. Okay, so the first thing I do is I send over a 2-page agreement saying, hey, you and I are for now we're agreeing on a price point at 80. Okay, and then once we get an agreement at 80, and I'm going to put in contingent there, it's going to be contingent on us finding a place for you and your wife or your partner to move to, right? And then everything has to make sense, dollars and cents wise. And then once we have an agreement, then that's when I start doing all my work. What do I mean by that? One, I will send contractors out there. I will send my local investors, local partners, local end buyers to go check out the place. They'll come back to me and they'll say, hey, Caesar, you hit it dead on the head. Like, I'll buy it at that price point. Or, hey, Caesar, it's actually a lot worse than what we thought or what you thought. Here's where we need it. Either way, we're going to get hard feedback from the end buyers that would want to buy that property. And then from there, you decide like, hey, I'm okay with that price point, or no, I'm not okay. And then while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be doing on the other side, which is finding you places in different states or different cities. And then you saying yay or nay. And then once we find a place, right, then so it's going to be a lot of coordination involved. But the first 2 steps for me to make this work. One is I need to get that agreement signed. I don't need earnest money from you. No.
No. What I'm saying is you want like earnest money where it locks it in and nobody's going to be showing it to anybody else. Nobody's going to be doing anything else. This is, your my thing going on and everything. Because that's what the earnest money does. Basically, it just holds it to you. And I'm going to take it off the listing right now.
So I'm not asking you for any earnest money deposit. No, I'm not.
But you wanted me to keep it off the listing.
Yeah, I mean you don't have it on the market, do you?
No, not.
Okay, well, I mean, if you don't have it on the market, then that's fine. I mean, and like I said, I can do a 30-day close on this or a 60-day close. I like to move fast, man. I don't like moving slow on it. At the end of the day, if we put a shorter time period, it makes it a lot easier for me because then I just go to work, And so if you're okay with that, we do a 30-day close. What that really means is that me solving everything within the next 30 days. And let's say I solve everything on the 25th day, then, we might have to extend for another 15 days, right? Like once I get the green light for everything, then you can go, hey, Caesar, I can pack up and get the fuck out of here in the next 10 days. Then we'll close 10 days after that. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yep, I do.
So how does that sound?
That's fine. You guys I leave it as is, right?
You're gonna leave. Yeah. Well, whoever buys this will buy it as is. So you take whatever you want to take with you. Leave behind what you don't want. If I were you, if you have a lot of junk in the on the yard, if things that you can give away for free now.
Exactly.
If I were you, I would do that, because any end buyers, put it this way, you know it, man. It costs money to get those dumpsters out there, and so they're going to include that in their rehab cost.
Without a doubt.
Yep. So the more you can clear out on that one, the more leverage we have.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yep.
what's your email address?
Dan.Eccles.
For maybe 2 more minutes, I'll be able to draft this up real quick. Oh, actually, I'm gonna put you on hold. I'll be back in 2-3 minutes. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey, Edward, I gotta get my nephews to come in from the pool. This is gonna be a contract, so I'm gonna mute myself. It's all you now.
Okay, nice. Let's go. Already getting a contract. Nice. All right. That means I have to get one now. Just text or emailing this buyer. All right, let's see. Exchange. All right. I think someone had just called me back. That's Doris. All right.
Sorry, the mailbox.
Ah, come on. He has to pick up.
The mailbox is full and there is not enough space to.
Okay. It's all right. Okay. Let's see. Let's call this guy Arturo. I need him to sign a contract. on. Okay. Okay.
Please leave your message for. Hi, Jeanette Similowski. Oh man, come on. See who I'll get on here. So let's let's go. Okay. Man, if this answers, I'm gonna be tied up with Caesar. This is gonna be my contract here for the tie.
Um,
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the time.
let's try Hector.
The email subscriber at 21.
All right. And
Welcome to the voicemail.
930260987
Is not available. Please leave your message after the tone.
all right, I'm gonna call him back again. Hopefully he answers.
Welcome to the voicemail.
9302.
Mm.
The email subscriber at
Just call Miss D.
Please leave your message for 863.
Oh man. See. Hey, Joseph.
Number 6, 0.
Perry. Let's call Mr. Perry.
Telephone number 731.
Hi, I'm Call Assist by Google, recording this call for the person you're trying to reach. Before I try to connect you, can I ask what you're calling about?
Yes, this is Edward calling Mr. Begley.
Before I try to connect you, can you please give me a quick description of why you're calling?
Yes, trying to connect with Mr. Begley.
Unfortunately, the person you're calling cannot take your...
Every time. All right. Let's call Ernest.
Your call has been forwarded.
Daniel.
Still doing this thing, dude. How you doing, Edward?
Not so well.
Yeah, I'm almost done here. I gotta give him a call. We got disconnected.
Okay.
I'll mute myself again.
Okay.
And then this one. You're gonna go staff, And what is it? That
Okay.
mention.
Mm,
Okay.
Norma.
Thank you for calling. I'm afraid we are unable to answer your call right now.
All right.
In a world full of ringing
mm, Douglas.
Telephone number 7. Please leave your message for 9.
Okay, this is a real estate bees. Is it Ricky? All right, Ricky, come on.
I'm sorry, you can't leave a message because the person you called has a voicemail box that hasn't been set up yet. Goodbye.
Oh shoot. Okay, where's he at? Come on.
Have a great day. I'm not on the phone at the moment. All right. Got
Let's see. Who can I dial? I could pick up. Mm. Hmm.
So either way, whether you're solving a problem or trying to achieve a goal, my job is to find what that is. And if I can find that and solve it, then the numbers will fall into place. And if they don't, then I just tell you, look, like based on what you're telling me, the best route for you is put it on a market with a realtor, not an investor. And I'll be the first one to tell you. What was that?
Maybe and tell them maybe geographic's not your answer right now.
Exactly. Well, folks, it was a pleasure. I'll wait for those pictures. Let me redo this agreement to fix that legal description. I'll send it over probably in the next couple of minutes.
One last question. How do you find your YouTube page?
Oh, I'll send it over to you.
Okay, cool.
All right. You have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Nice.
Edward.
Man, how'd it go?
That was good, dude. That was good.
It seemed like you had a really good conversation there.
Yeah. Oh man, look at this. I just Carl, if you're listening, I think Carl offered them 115 and got hung up on.
Is this the Alabama one?
No, not Alabama. No.
That's another one.
Wait. Which one? Oh, the Alabama one's the one that he got hung up on, right?
Yeah.
Never mind. This is the one that he sent the contract and never got signed. Yeah. And so never got signed at 115 and they're signing mine at 80. which shows you guys, for the folks that are watching, and Mr. Dan and Miss Mary, you might be watching this some point. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the price is. It just matters what we can solve, right? And like I mentioned to them folks, like if we find an end buyer that's willing to pay more, I've done it before where I'm like, I'll change that price. Like at the end of the day, let's help people out, man. If we can do that, that would be great.
Like I always say, like, yeah, like our job is to, get houses and all that stuff, but like the most important thing is being able to cover everything that they're looking for and being able to put them together where, gets them to what they're looking to accomplish at the end of the day, right? Because I even say this to everybody, like there's nobody that we work with that's going to take a bad offer at the end of the day, right? Like no one.
No.
Our job to be able to put those pieces together and make it work and be able to, get them to what they're looking to accomplish at the end of the day. And that's what's most important right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm pretty stoked. I'm like, heck yeah.
Yep.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, that's nice. Heck yeah.
I'm going to decline this typo. Sending our updated version. I did submit your Ohio deal to you, by the way, for Dispo.
Yeah, I got the email as well.
Sweet. Oh, you got an email already?
I think it's the one that you tagged me on.
Oh, I just, yeah. Talking about the tag.
I emailed Stan too for the Alabama. He was waiting for pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Right now, I'm. These sellers are just handicapping me by not answering.
Bro, I'm gonna need to go hang out with my family because it's their last day here.
Yeah,
please take any of my leads, bro. Take it.
Okay.
Like if you're ever slow on leads, bro, like, and then I'm not buying any, or if I'm too busy, whatever, just hit them up.
Okay.
Hit any leads under Jason's name, under Alex's name, whatever.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
You my boy, Blue. You my boy. Just grab them. No, but in all honesty, like I trust you, and I mean everything is recorded anyway, so we can see what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, let's just put products on the shelves and let's start moving them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. Wait, did I fix that? I did. Whew. Good Lord, hallelujah. Yeah, they're all at the pool.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna laugh at this session, by the way, because I have told myself I will never go live without a shirt on or without a shirt off. And then,
that's funny.
I just pulled a shirtless closer status.
Dude, you legit did, and you closed it. So it's like
I did close it. Oh my gosh, you're right.
Like you closed it before you put on your shirt, so it's like it's already a done deal at that point. You can't finish it off. Yeah, I was laughing at that. I was like, "Oh, my man here is shirtless." I was like, "All right, he's in the pool. He's ready to go. He's chilling. He's in his zone." And he closed this. I was thinking about that too. I was like, "Oh man, look at this. The shirtless closer here. He's gonna have some competition now."
Oh my god.
Tag Joey.
That's hella funny, dude.
Uh,
Dude, but it was so hot outside, and then they went to lunch. The clubhouse was locked, and I was like, I just want to start because, like I said, like the kids are gonna go to the pool and they want me to join them. So I'm like,
yeah.
ugh, we're just gonna have to do it. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's correct.
Well, good thing we got the contract, so well worth it. Mhm.
Sellers are just not answering your calls, huh? Is that what you said earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I forgot to tell you the other day. I didn't realize that I keep hearing that noise. I was like, dude, I thought it was my smoke detector. And then it was yours. I was like I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have Mary's, darn it.
Contact price. Hmm.
So I didn't have the screen up, and I was like, "Why is it so quiet? I don't hear anything." And
Oh.
I realized the Wi-Fi shut off because the Wi-Fi shuts off every 2 hours. So I have to like reload. And I was talking, and I was like, "Wait, I don't hear any." I'm like, "That's odd. I don't even hear him tapping on his keyboard." Oh my gosh. But that being said, guys, I think that was pretty good for day 87. Got to see me lock up a deal. They're going to send me the pictures, contract sent. I don't have any concern about that being signed. And then hopefully this was a pretty good lesson for everyone. At the end of the day, it's really just finding the problem that they're trying to solve, guys. Like you heard me say earlier when I was talking to the sellers, like I even told them, like people sell their homes because they're either running away from pain or towards pleasure, solving a problem or achieving a goal. And selling the house is simply a vehicle to go from point A to point B. So what is point A? What is point B? Why do we need to go to point B now? Because that's really important, because there may be motivating factors. They may be motivated, but as far as timeline goes, it might not be
urgency. That's the urgency. Why is that important now? Why not a month from now? And I was actually talking to somebody prior to this, getting on live, and we're actually just going over that, right? We're listening to a call, and he got hit with like, "Oh, we don't have no set timeline," right? And then later on, he figured out, okay, some urgency there. I'm like, dude, you would have got that in the beginning. Like, how dumb would have like the seller sound saying like, I have no set timeline after all that urgency impact, what's that doing to them? Like you most likely get, well, I want to get this done like ASAP, right? Not I want to think about it, or hey, I have no set time frame, you know. So that's why I think that's important. Like, yeah, we have motivating factors, but understand like why, like creating that urgency, like why now? Like why is that important now, right? Like, hey man, the commute is long, right? I'm getting older, commute's long. I just want to be done. Yeah, and hey, look, aside from the commute, like what about you getting a little bit older is causing you to maybe want to look into this now? That's what people think is surface level, whereas like, yeah, they give you motivating factors, but what is a symptom of that? Like, why now? You know? And that's things that once I started noticing that, I'm like, oh shit, like it's way deeper than I'm looking to retire. You know, this is the landlord. I'm just retiring. People hear price, not motive or wrong price, retirement. Oh man, he's not motivated. He falls in the wrong price, no motivated bucket. Makes me feel better if I throw him in there and hey, move on to the next. Because time is money. Because we have unlimited of leads, right? I'm like, dude, y'all act like I have 100 leads a day. Like calm down. You could stay on the phone for 20, 30 minutes and understand, like get deeper of the motivation. Like it ain't like I have 100 leads a day, because we don't even have 100 leads a day that they're waiting for us to send a contract. Like, all right, come down. Don't use that as an excuse to not keep going, digging deeper. Because I see that and I'm like, bro, what are we talking about?
Exactly.
Like, they're like, retirement, dude. I could easily say like, hey, and by the way, like we've spoken to folks, right? Like, yeah, they retired. It's not really a big deal. Like they own rental properties. I guess like for you, what about you retiring is causing you to maybe want to look into this now though? Now you get a deeper reason than just retirement. Like I literally like framed it where I'm like, hey, for most people when they're retiring, it's not really that big of a deal. Like for you though, like what about you retiring is causing you to maybe want to do this now? Now you get a way different answer, like much deeper answer that you could probe and clarify than just retirement. Right. And once I understood that, I'm like, oh shit, light bulb, you know.
Light bulb. You
There it
you are,
goes.
and I gotta tell you, man, and I've been praising you since you hopped into this, to the forge. Like, you're getting to the true center of the onion, right? Like, you're
Mhm,
peeling off layers of that onion to
mhm.
a point where I'm even willing to say, Edward, you're peeling off more layers than I am. I'm dead serious about that, man. Like, I know when someone's better than me in certain things, and like you're getting to that stage, dude.
Mhm.
You're getting to that stage, and man, I'm just excited to see. All it takes is just one, two, three, 30, 50 banger. All of a sudden, you're like, holy crap!
Yeah, dude.
All those cancellations, all those long 40-minute, 60-minute calls, like,
Mhm.
it just adds up. And then they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, you got so lucky! You got a $50,000 deal, 3 deals in a row." And it's like, "Yeah, bro, but you didn't see the last 6 months."
Yeah. And it's funny because it's like comes in phases, like you can't get to that point without going through that, right? Like at first, I remember when it was like, man, like, how do I have these conversations? And like, okay, I start getting better. Like, oh man, like, how do I uncover more of the motivation, get better? Okay, how do I send a contract out? Okay, I get there. Shit, how do I get them to sign a contract, right? And stay on the phone. All right, we fixed that. And then it's like, okay, well, man, like, how do I make it a little bit more consistent sending contracts, getting them signed? Okay, we work on that. And then now it's like okay, now how do we get them to close a lot more? Like how can I be more successful in the renegotiation and work on that? But it's like phases you're going through, and I've noticed that with me too, because there's things that I could look back that I was like, man, how do I get better here? And now I'm like, how do I get better here now? you know so I do look back and be like, okay, well, see how I got better doing that, doing car reviews, being here with you, getting feedback. And that was like the main reason why I wanted to do this, right? Like in the beginning, when you were talking about it. And I'm like, well, I want to see that transformation like for myself. And I've noticed that like we've gone through phases like us too,
Oh
like
yeah.
even with my process, your process, we talked like outside of the lives, and we had like we're banging our heads on like, okay, the process here, changing this, doing this. So
Yeah.
I've noticed the transformation, we've gone through phases ourselves, right? So it's like everybody that's watching, like you just have to go through that and learn from
Yep.
it. Um,
And find yourself a battle buddy, like a road warrior. Like, and you just gotta learn. You gotta learn. And if both of you guys are blind, you're new, then find a third person that's just like one step higher than you, right? One step level higher than you. I know like Tyler Osborne has like a free school right now, like community. You can do that. Like, join some of the free Facebook group. Like, RJ has the vault. I think RJ's vault is very, very valuable. Like, people ask questions and RJ's on there like answering right away. And it's not like by the way, it's not his admin, guys. Like, he doesn't have a secretary doing his Facebook or social media. He does have a social media guy, but that social media guy just like edits, cuts videos into shorts, not I'm gonna respond to
yeah,
a Facebook
which
post.
is that's wild for you, bro. I like he
But
has all this stuff going on, and that's a lot of value there.
and he still does it. He still
Yeah,
does it
yeah,
quick too. Not like hours later, like
yeah,
minutes. I mean, there are posts where it might take him an hour or two, but
yeah,
for the most part, it's quick response. And because he has that, I always say speed of the leader, speed of the team. Because he has that, now you have people like myself, Edward, JW, Tyler, Hyro, like people that have experience under their belt, that have closed deals. Like, they're responding to those posts, to those questions. So you're getting value from people within the community, and that's huge.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, my nephews and my niece are waiting for me at the pool. It's their last day. So, guys, till next time, folks, speed and volume, speed and freaking volume. And I will see you guys for day 88 of the Forge. Let's freaking go.